Good morning, everybody. Buenos dias. How are you feeling this morning on day 192 of the year? It's a little cloudy start to the day here, a little yin energy as the world is waking up. We're starting the cycle of a new day, the cycle of a new morning. But I'm enjoying being outside in nature for this little 15 minutes, 1% of my day. So if you can be outside in the natural world to start your day in a yin way, I always encourage you to do that. As I said, it's day 192 of the year, and according to 365 Tao by Deng Ming Tao, our word on day 192 is austerities. So grab your book, grab your journal and something to write with. Be here and now and present, wherever that shows up for you, whether it's outside, whether it's inside, somewhere nice and cozy and quiet. Take a couple of deep breaths to get here and now and present. And let's start reading together on the subject of austerities. Self-discipline leads to higher spiritual states, only if practiced with understanding. The clearer the goal, the greater the result. Ooh, I love that. I'm going to reread it. The clearer the goal, the greater the result. So clarity is the key word here. We must distinguish between discipline with a purpose and blind discipline. Discipline with a purpose is merely a means to an end and is healthy. Blind discipline does not have a true purpose and so becomes fanaticism. In the past, there were many spiritual people who believed in harsh asceticism. They would flog themselves, live in cold, damp caves, twist themselves into uncomfortable postures, fast for dangerous periods of time. All too often, these people lost sight of their goals. We must be strongly disciplined, but we must not lose sight of our inner meaning. Austere living with a clear understanding of why and how we are doing things does not require esoteric practices. Few of us going through extra effort and even hardship if we know that we will gain something for the better of it. That is all discipline and austerity is about. You make extra efforts to gain a better life. So that's a nice way to think about having goals in your life and having clear goals in your life and not just blindly adhering to something. And especially as it says here, when it becomes very, very austere and it can be very, very harsh on you and you're just doing it for the sake of doing it or going through the motions. Make sure you have clarity around the goals that you have in your life and you're working towards them in a healthy way, not an austere way. And it says here, you will make extra effort to gain a better life. Things aren't going to come to you easily, but that also doesn't mean you have to suffer. So when you get clear, you can make the extra effort and you can gain a better life through that clarity. The clearer the goal, the greater the result. So that can perhaps be a journaling prompt for you this morning. Perhaps have a sit in a little meditative silence and have a think about some goals that you're working towards right now. Think about how much clarity you have around them. Is there something that you're very, very determined to do and you're actively working towards it? Or is there something that you're just kind of a little wishy-washy, like, yeah, maybe this will happen, I don't really know. Perhaps you can take a few moments to think about how you can gain some clarity around that goal and how you can take some steps towards actually making it happen rather than just kind of being in the dreaming and hoping stage. And as it says here, if you need to make a little bit of extra effort to achieve that goal or a little bit of extra effort to have a better life, then that's something that you should be working on. So a beautiful way to think about your journaling practice this morning. There's lots of really great prompts here. I invite you to reread this in your own time. And this is something that perhaps you might want to write on a post-it or remind yourself throughout the day. The clearer my goals, the greater the results are going to be. That can be a little mantra for you as well. So I wish you a beautiful, beautiful day on day 192 of the year. Thank you so much for being here, and I will check in with you tomorrow.